What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Roach coming at you with another video. This is going to be something I've read and heard on some most security officer groups I've seen, and I'm going to talk about this one here on this channel. What line does private security fall under? Some of you say green, some of you say yellow, some of you say we don't fall under anything. I would personally agree with the latter, but I know some of you are going to say this. Well, we all need to stand together. And my agency, we all get along, and that's good. That's good. And I've seen that in spots. But as a general whole, we're so cutthroat. You got agencies going to lowball the other, try to get contracts and get talent pool from janitor, from out there at a very, pretty almost minimum wage. And there's no, and even I've worked at places where everybody, there's people going to cutthroat the other. I've had to pull doubles, when, security, agencies will hire somebody off the street, not working out. They put them at a post. I've seen people have to work doubles because of it. It's not, I tell you, and if you work at an agency where you guys get along, you take care of one another, that's great. On the general whole, there's no camaraderie in the profession. I'm sorry I'm saying that, but that's the way I see it. You can argue about it in the comments. I could care a lot. I don't care. If you got a good place where you're working, fantastic. More power to you. Now, I pulled up an article. I'm going to put a link to this one in the description so you can take a look. Look at this article for yourself. And this is what the branches of public service that is represented, at least according to this article. Everybody knows what the thin blue line is. That's law enforcement. Everybody knows that. I think, and I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to go further. Thin red line, firefighters, firefighters. And I've heard this. I got a friend of mine who's a worship pastor, whose husband, is on the fire department here in the town where I live. And then green line. I've heard some people say private security falls under this. I've heard some people say no. Everybody and people have gotten butthurt over this very small thing. Not a big deal. According to this article, military, federal agents, park rangers, wildlife officers, border patrol. I can see that. I could see that, and there may be a few. There may be a few of you that's gonna say something. I hope you do. I want to, I'm curious what you guys think. Now you can argue it out in the comments. Do what you got to do. Thin gold line, dispatchers. I'll share a story. I went through the place where I live. I went through the Citizen Police Academy, and I got to tour the 911 communications center. And I'll tell you this, there's 4 dispatchers. One handles fire, one handles police, calls for service, another one handles medical, and there's a supervisor that can take over when the other 3 are on calls. And I'll tell you that, and I watched a scenario where one of the dispatchers was talking to us, and I watched calls come into that center. We had to be quiet, but the tension level went from 0 to 100 in less than a second. I got all the respect in the world for dispatchers, no matter what, no matter what you dispatch. That's a lot of stress, and my hats off to you. I totally respect you for that. So I say great work, and keep up the great work. Now, as we go on thin orange line, I didn't know that there's going to be someone we're talking about that I didn't even know. Search and rescue EMT personnel. I don't know enough about how what the bond is on that. So we'll go with that. Then according to this article, security guards. I'm honestly surprised they're listed here. Security guards, security personnel. Take what you want with it. According to this article, they're listed here. So I don't have a whole lot to add to it. So we'll just run with it. Then silver line. represents corrections. And, and then thin white line, emergency medical services. So in the world of private security, no matter what you think, if it's thin green, thin yellow, thin silver, thin gold, thin pink, whatever you want to do, I'll give you my 2 cents worth on it until it unites as a common bond and everybody gets on the same page, no matter what post you're at, no matter what group of guys you work with. I know some of you are saying right now, I know you're going to argue, we work together real good. We're good observant reporters. Okay, whatever. But just to give you, this kind of gives you a little background, kind of what people think, what line does private security fall under. Again, I'm going to end the video on that note. Y'all can argue about it in the comments. I'll end it this way. Trust is earned, loyalty is returned. Y'all have a good one. See you on the next video.